Hello friend, and welcome to the slowest sim driving channel on YouTube. We're back. Yes, we're back with the NASCARs. Sort of. It's Chase the Sunset in association with ILTR the social media network for petrol heads and sim racers. Check out link in the description down below. This is a 20-minute race. We're here at Northern Isle Speedway. McFlurry Twist is on pole. We've got our warm-up race, we've got our qualifying race. McFlurry Twist is going to lead us away. Second place we've got Safalicious, Famished Uncouth, John Boy, myself, Mackie, who was our race 1 winner, Kaz, Tweetman, and bringing up the rear is Kevman, and we are away, and Safalicious is already a little bit sideways. McFlurry Twist has gone down to the apron for some reason, so he's not quite ready for the start. We'll jump to the front, where Famished Uncouth has sprang into the lead. What a great start. This track looked great at night, and it looks as though Safalicious has picked up a penalty there just for brushing up against the barrier. And Safalicious has damage from that. So Safalicious heading into the pit lane. We've got lots of sparks. Famished Uncouth still leading, but John Boy now is coming up to challenge. Here is John Boy. Oh, and then there's me. Hooray. And then we've got this big pack here led by Tweetman in the silver car. And the cars do look great. Remember to check out ILTR for all your sim racing and motor racing social action. Back to the front, where Famished Uncouth is under pressure from John Boy. Now, they're not just racing as hard as they can here, because they've got to manage the fuel as well in these cars. And heavy damage is on, so they've got to be careful with the cars. John Boy doing a great job of catching up. Oh, I thought Famished might have had some damage there from that brush with the wall, but they're absolutely fine. Side by side now with John Boy. John Boy's got the inside of the next corner. Famished just holding out that faster, wider line that really helps you keep your speed up for the straights. There's a few cars just brushing up against the wall. They're absolutely breakneck speeds, 150 miles per hour around this very, very short circuit. And we're already getting blue flags. But the blue flag rule does not apply in this racing series. We've got some chaos now with Safalicious providing a bit of a tow there as John Boy slips into the lead. Famished takes the lead back. What a great battle for the lead this is. And behind as well, the battling is no less intense. But the cars behind are able to save fuel, so you might not want to be at the head of the pack for too long. Because Famished Uncouth clearly wants to lead this race, as does John Boy. And it looks as though Tweetman is now getting involved in this fight at the front. So Tweetman there slipping into second, and they're back down to third. So a three-way tussle for the lead. This John Boy is currently in the lead of the one slip, and it is all over. Kevman's come up from the rear, and Tweetman's headed down to the rear. So that was a bit of a change of fortune for those drivers. As with before, I'm not going to try and call who's going to win this race early on, because, well, look at it. It's just changing constantly. Kevman there, having a look. Can Kevman get into the lead for that very striking livery that he's designed for this series? Into second. Can he get John Boy's slip? He's trying, and that slipstream is pulling him away from Famished. He's got Tweetman right behind him. Is Tweetman bump drafting him? Little flash of the lights there, perhaps to say, work with me. We'll have to wait and see how this plays out. Famished now not heading back down the order, but just losing touch with John Boy at the front. Meanwhile, Tweetman and Kevman do seem to be working together. That's very interesting. They're not a team, but sometimes need a little bit of teamwork just to help you keep up with those leaders. Great frantic stuff. Tweetman now right in the slipstream of John Boy. Is he going to go for the move, or is he content to just sit there and save fuel? Looks like go for the move. Tweetman go for the lead, and we have another new leader in this race. Tweetman now being chased by John Boy, who's being chased by Famished. So these three, if you watch the videos on this channel, you know these three are all very, very fast drivers. and they do not like to give up. In fact, they don't give up for anything. Lap 19 already, and less than 5 minutes gone. Crazy speed, crazy average speed they're doing. Just over 14 seconds per lap so far. Here's John Boy. Can he stave off that attack from Famished Uncouth? Well, not right now, as Famished has the slipstream there for Tweetman. Going very, very tight through that corner. And then losing out because the title line does of course screw off speed. And that's the last thing you want. McFlurry Twist there, he was our pole sitter, and he's coming back at the leaders. Oh, bit of a scrape against the wall there, and that's damage from McFlurry Twist, so I've jinxed him there, sorry about that. Is he going to continue or is he going to pit? He's continuing. So McFlurry Twist there with damage. The right front tyre seems to be taking a massive pounding on all the cars. Some worse than others. Oh, Tweetman very heavily against the wall there. Got away without any damage, but it damaged his speed, definitely. And now he's got John Boy all over him. Or is John Boy pushing and saving fuel? No, John Boy's going for the lead, and Famished takes them both, so that was a great move. Very opportunistic. Of course, at these speeds on these tracks, you don't have long to think about strategy. You have to just go for it. Speaking of going for it, Tweetman there was having a look at John Boy again, but John Boy was firmly in Famish's slipstream, so no speed advantage available. Tweetman now tried again with that tighter line, just causes you to lose so much speed on the straights, but he's done it now. Tweetman's made it through. And how's the fuel looking? Well, we're less than halfway through the race, and it looks as though the fuel is burning off quite quickly, so there could be splash and dash for some of these cars at the front. Safalicious here in the gold car has caught up. And that's great stuff. There's a Grandpa there being lapped. Get out of the way, Grandpa. But that's a cork in the bottle. It's an obstacle for all the drivers to get around, and for my mouth to get around, apparently. We've got Mackie in the pits with damage from 8th place. Your race winner from last time, not looking as though he's going to repeat that for this second race. Meanwhile, Famished having a look at Tweetman for the lead. Kevman now pits with damage as well. Oh, very rough through there. Famished almost collects John Boy. So much just happened that I just couldn't keep up. So Safalicious has snuck into the lead in that very gold car. Now battling with John Boy and Tweetman. Oh, somebody there's got a penalty. That's McFlurry Twist, so damage and a penalty. Oh, it's not going McFlurry Twist's way at all. But it is going Safalicious' way, who's managing to keep John Boy and Tweetman behind him. But now, McFlurry Twist there with another penalty in the background, so lots of wall contact going on. Is Mackie just unlapping himself? Staying well out the way of the fight though, as these two bash panels. It looks as though Safalicious has used more fuel to get where he's got. And now approaching the halfway stage, you know what, they might actually have enough fuel to make it. But it's going to be tight. John Boy very hard against the wall there, but avoids damage. But more than the fuel being an issue, the tyres look like they could be an issue. So keep your eye on that tyre wear. Some of these cars could seriously start to understeer as they go off. So John Boy leads the race on the 8-minute 30 mark, ahead of Famished Uncouth, who's just slipped there between Tweetman and Safalicious, but Tweetman's come back through. Kaz in the pits with damage to that 18 brick car. So Kaz will be falling back. Kaz, of course, very strong in the first round. I think people have stepped up the game though for this round. They're really pushing harder. Here's Tweetman in second. Let's have a look further down the order. McFlurry Twist is hanging on in 5th with that damage. Of course, you can lose about a minute in the pits, and at 14 seconds a lap, that's really too much. It's the Grandpa car in 6th. Mackie in 7th all on his own. Kevman in 8th all on his own as well. And then we have Kaz in 9th being swarmed by the leaders at the moment. Ahead of those leaders is John Boy. And it looks like Kaz is going to try and unlap herself here. But there's a lot going on. You really need to try and stay out of the way of these leaders as they fight. Oh, Tweetman's tyres are looking awful. And also he's got less than half a tank of fuel left, so Tweetman's really going to have to start conserving that car. Or consider a pit stop. We've got John Boy in the pits. He hasn't got damage. He's changing his tyres, so John Boy, they're switching strategy. He's predicting that the other cars are going to have to pit as well. He's going to take any fuel on. He's not. So no fuel for John Boy. Just a change of tyres. Drops him into last place, but what's that strategy going to do for him? Well, not quite last. He's managed to, oh no, he almost managed to get ahead of Kaz, but it didn't quite work out. So Tweetman has now taken the lead of this race, and he's got to be wondering. Does need to pit. Does need to pit now to clear off John Boy, or has John Boy made a mistake with the strategy? We're not going to know until the end of the race, so we will keep our eyes peeled. Oh, penalty there for Tweetman, and he's sustained damage for hitting that barrier. He's not going to be pleased about that. That may force his hand with the pit stop. There's somebody else pitting off into the pits there. That's Famished Uncouth. So the drivers, they've done the warm-up race, they've done the qualifying race. They know now what they need to do, how much fuel they can carry, what they can get away with. Tweetman just trying to hang on there behind Saflicious in 2nd. Saflicious, of course, not carrying damage. And doing great out there in the lead. Tweetman swings around the outside. That line, of course, gives much better run onto the straight. Can Saflicious come back? We've got Famished Uncouth there, who is unlapping themselves. And I wonder if Tweetman's going to try and get a bit of a slipstream from Famished Uncouth's car. It looks like it. Oh, but that car really suffering now with a loss of front downforce, front grip rather, especially the front right. Front right damage and badly worn front right tyre is not going to be doing any favours. There's a Grandpa car in the pits. Oh, Tweetman again into the wall. And let's see, John Boy is doing a great job of pulling himself back into contention. He's back up into 5th already. Trying to get around the outside of Mackie, which he does. So John Boy's really making that strategy work. Now into 3rd. And on the lead lap as well. So that's great. If these front runners are going to pit, they're going to have to do it quickly. Otherwise, they're not going to have time to actually come back at John Boy. Speaking of John Boy, there he is, just sweeping through on that fresh rubber, giving him so much more confidence in the banked corners. So, an undercut. That could be the way for this race. Flabbergasted, if I might say so. There we go, around the outside into the lead. Kevman pitting there, heading down to the back. Will that give him some sort of speed advantage towards the end of the race? We just don't know. Safalicious just hanging on there in 2nd, but Tweetman, can he hang on? The rear tyres now also starting to look absolutely awful. Surely it's only a matter of time before Tweetman pits. Otherwise it's going to be a sitting duck to those who have pitted. McFlurry Twist also in a very bad way there. Mackie, can Mackie actually bring this car into contention? He has pitted. Oh, got a car peeling off there into the pits. That was Tweetman. So that's Mackie up to 4th. McFlurry Twist up to 3rd. Will McFlurry Twist now consider a pit because his tyres are dead? Yep, he peels off. Mackie peels off. So Famished Uncouth up into 3rd. Right behind Famished, we've got Kaz. She's in 4th. Kaz has pitted. Saflicious in 2nd, chasing down John Boy in 1st. Saflicious, of course, on old tyres. John Boy on very new rubber, and he's very fast with it. It looks like John Boy may have played a master stroke by pitting early, but don't count out Famished Uncouth, who is catching up behind. Meanwhile, we've got back markers again. Look at the size of that group. That is a big pack of cars, and they're not all in the same lap. Tweetman, they're trying to unlap himself because he wants to get back onto the lead lap to try and catch up with John Boy. Can he come through? He's got Mackie right behind him. Is he going to drag Mackie with him? Oh, there's Tweetman through. Mackie now trying to come underneath John Boy. Saflicious does pit. So Saflicious making quite a late call there. They'll have about 5 minutes to try and catch up. Here's McFlurry Twist unlapping himself. And so John Boy now to deal with Famished Uncouth, who is also on fresh rubber and hasn't taken any fuel on. So these cars are about half the weight they were when they started. Not just under. They've got plenty of fuel to get to the end. I was very wrong with that calculation earlier, although John Boy is burning a lot more than Famished, or has burned more than Famished at this point in the race. Kaz into a podium position now, but carrying damage. So Kaz has come together with the barrier. Can Kaz stay ahead of the Grandpa car, which is catching? Although the Grandpa car is suffering from some tyre woes. That car, along with Kaz's car, both out of sequence from earlier stops to repair damage. Famish just hanging back a little bit from John Boy, perhaps conserving fuel. Maybe just considering all options right now. But here comes Kaz, and Kaz is really pushing hard. Despite having damaged the front aero and the front right wheel, that is good progress Kaz is making. So Famished is going to have to get on with things, and they are doing. So is Kaz in the running for a win here? There's only less than 4 minutes to go, and it's still anybody's. How much progress are Dillard's making? Well, here comes Tweetman in 5th. So Tweetman isn't far back, and in fact this should be easy pickings for Tweetman into 4th. It is indeed. We've got Kevman in 6th after his pit stop. Saflicious in 7th, currently battling with Mackie in 8th, and then McFlurry Twist bringing up the rear. But these are cars on fresh rubber. They're going to be pushing hard. The leader is still John Boy, but can he hold that lead? Because he's under all kinds of pressure from Famished Uncouth. A little bit further back, Tweetman has just gone around the outside of Kaz, so Tweetman is pushing towards the front of the pack. We're back on for that three-way battle that we saw at the start of the race. It just goes to show you how the pit stops do all play out, the different strategies. The cars still end up together near the end. Tweetman with a lot of momentum there. Can they turn that into a pass? He's having a go. Just going on to Famished Uncouth there. Will Famish come back? Tweetman going for the lead. Really using that momentum. But he loses it there, he has to go tight. A great way to defend on this track is just to keep the high line. Oh, bit of door banging there with John Boy. Famished Uncouth there following Tweetman through, so John Boy down to 3rd all of a sudden. John Boy's tyres perhaps now the worst of these three, because of course he pitted first. Saflicious sneaking up. This is going to be quite a group at the front for the final few laps. Don't take your eyes off the screen. In fact, John Boy there with fuel issues. I said earlier that John Boy had been burning a lot of fuel. That's one of the issues of being at the front of the pack. You're not punching a hole in the air for anybody. Rather, you are punching a hole in the air for everybody. Is John Boy going to make it? Has John Boy got the fuel to finish this race? This could be a disaster. Oh, there is a disaster. John Boy, Famished Uncouth come together. Major damage for John Boy. He's out of the running. Terrible luck for John Boy. After being so dominant. And Tweetman, is he in trouble with his fuel? Has he overconsumed? Famished Uncouth behind and Saflicious behind both have much more fuel. Which means they can both push much harder. Tweetman in danger of running out. With a little over a minute to go. Famished Uncouth bounces. No, not this lap. Not this lap. And Saflicious actually takes advantage of that and gets into 2nd place. Saflicious over 1st. That is job done for first, I think. No. Tweetman just holding it. Can he hold it for just a couple more laps? Has he got the fuel? Has he got the tyres? He's definitely got a slipstream from Safalicious, and that's going to help his fuel situation. Safalicious now leading from Famished Uncouth. Tweetman dropping back a little bit. Perhaps sensing that maybe that car's not going to get to the end and the podium might be better than a DNF. Is this the final lap? Is Safalicious going to claim victory here in the second round? We've got Tweetman now in second. Famished Uncouth taking a very wide line, scraping the wall. Safalicious wins. Tweetman second. Famished Uncouth brings it home third. Wow, what a race. Let's take a look at the points after round 2. And hopefully you'll join us again for the next round. Thank you to my Discord. Thank you to you. Bye-bye for now.